Good morning, dear students. This is second lecture on vectors. In first lecture, we all have defined vector, what is the meaning of vector, types of vectors, and in this video lecture, we will discuss some more concepts of vectors. Dear students, our first topic is position vector in this video lecture. So, dear students, suppose there is a three-dimensional right-handed rectangular coordinate system which is drawn here. You can see it. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. So these three axes are perpendicular to each other, and if this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis, then this type of coordinate system is called right-handed coordinate system. So if suppose we are rotating from x to y, that is right-handed direction, that is anti-clockwise direction, then we will find z-axis which is perpendicular to this xy plane in upward direction. So this is the right-handed rectangular coordinate system. So we know that origin is the intersection point of all these three perpendicular straight lines, and coordinates of origin are taken as 0, 0, 0. Dear students, suppose there is a point P having coordinates x, y, z with respect to origin O is rx, y, z. These are the coordinates of point P in space with respect to origin. So if we join O and P and we give a direction from point O to point P, then this directed line segment OP is a vector, and this vector is called the position vector of point P. So vector OP is equal to, we note it as vector R. So vector R, which is vector OP, is position vector of point P. From the previous classes, we know the distance formula. In class 11th, we all have studied about the distance between two points in three-dimensional space. So if there are 2 points having coordinates x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 respectively, then distance between the 2 points is square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. So here, by applying same formula, we find here mod of vector OP equal to R. Mod of vector OP is equal to mod of vector R is equal to square root of x square plus y square plus z square. This is the length of vector OP or magnitude of vector OP. Dear students, suppose this vector OP makes an angle alpha from positive x-axis, angle beta from positive y-axis, and angle gamma from positive z-axis. Then these angles alpha, beta, and gamma are called direction angles. So alpha, beta, gamma are direction angles, and cosine values of these angles, that is cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, are called direction ratios of vector OP. So in general, if any vector A makes an angle alpha, beta, gamma respectively from positive x, positive y and positive z directions, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines of vector A. Here cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines, not direction ratios. These are direction cosines. So direction cosines are very important because they give us the knowledge about the direction of the vector. Dear students, this is vector OP, and this P from P to x axis there is a perpendicular line. This is 90-degree angle, and this is also 90-degree angle. From P to z axis this is a perpendicular, and from P to y axis this is a perpendicular. So dear students, from this figure we can also derive an expression cos square alpha plus cos square gamma plus cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. Consider this figure.